Jay Garrick versus the evil Red Death. Let's get started. Hi guys, welcome to Multiverse. So our friend Jay Garrick will fight the evil Red Death. It's not really what I had in mind to begin with, but when we got the new materials last Friday, I came to realize that I had to make a Jay Garrick armory. I had to. So here we are. So we can use those new materials to create a pretty good version of our friend Jay Garrick. I'll explain how I created this look at the end of the video. At first, I was planning to maybe make the first appearance of Superman fighting the Red Death. I guess I'll do that next week. So today is the time of the week where we fight the evil Red Death, and it's going to be our friend Jay Garrick who's going to do that. So we'll go to Metal Part 1, Scarlet Speedster, and let's get this party started. So I guess we're still going to fight the Red Death, at least for a short while on Monday. Monday will be our Let's Fight the Evil Red Death Day or something like that. I'm trying to find a catchy name. The closest I could think of was Multiverse Monday.
This weird weather has brought out the worst in Central City's criminals. Strangely, weather wizards nowhere in sight. They're robbing banks, stores, you name it. The police could use a hand. Even the city's speedsters can't be in two places at once.
Shots fired. Send backup.
Stop! Police officer!
So I'm faking having super speed with this character because obviously this is not a speedster.
Take this easy and give me all your cash. Stop! Police officer! I've had worse. Now I'm mad. Ah! Cheap shot.
Thank you, hero.
Shots fired! Need backup!
Stop right there. Police!
I hope you guys are ready. Soon we'll get
Shots fired! Need backup!
the conclusion to Crisis on Infinite
Stop right
Earth.
there. Police!
So I will probably make a video about that. The only reason I could think of not to make a video is if somehow it makes me very angry. I'm trying very hard not to make negative videos. There's enough people doing that on YouTube. And I'm trying to be one of the more positive one. But it's challenging sometimes.
Thank you.
Make this easy and give me all your cash.
Weird. It looks like metal. Whatever it is, they're under its control.
Sadly, for a few seconds, we cannot target those evil NPCs. It's sad, but it happens.
Whatever that metal coating is, it's turned those officers against you. I've never seen anything like it. Just picked up a surge of energy from the Flash Museum. They've got the actual cosmic treadmill locked away there. That's got to be tied to these Speed Force storms. Check it out.
I messed up with my loadout a bit. Let's tweak that a bit. So let's put that here.
Help!
Decisions. And let's put that here. And now let's go fight the evil Mirror Master.
Looks like Mirror Master is under the influence of that weird metal. At least we know he's not behind this.
Oh my god! Do something!
I'm not sure if using Batman has much of an effect, but I have the character anyway, so there's no reason not to use him.
Run for your lives!
Oh, I could roll out. That was close. If you need to, there's usually a barrel. Where is it? No barrel. I'm so sad.
Look out! Get away.
Not sure why sometimes I can't roll out. I know sometimes the evil Mirror Master stuns me, but sometimes even if I'm not stunned, I don't seem to be able to roll out of the vortex for reasons.
You've got to help!
The museum's got to have some answers. Watch your back in there.
Run for your lives!
Well, let's go for the plan. We'll be able to sell it for at least 20,000, if not more. Could have sworn there used to be barrels here. Could be they made some changes to the mission, or maybe I'm used to the events version of the mission. Maybe there was barrels in the events version, but not in the regular version. Although I could have sworn the last few times I played the regular version, there was barrels. It doesn't really matter. As you saw, we did not really need them. But maybe next time. So, personally, I kind of like to see the cinematics of this mission, but if somehow you don't want to see the cinematics, if you activate this little console here, you won't see the cinematics of the mission. So if you want to skip the cinematics, just activate the console, and you're going to be able to do so. But personally, I kind of like
You
to see
found
them.
Flash, but something's not right.
Can't stop myself. Must obey.
In my world, I strapped the Flash to the hood of my Batmobile and drove into the Speed Force. Gaining his powers made me a better, deadlier Batman, but I still have his annoying voice stuck in my head. I'm going to enjoy watching another Flash squirm. Think you can keep up? Catch me if you can.
You've got to save Flash. I think the cosmic treadmill's been opening those weird portals.
Fading fast.
Batman combined with the Flash. But evil? It's like a nightmare. If that's a Batman, he won't be as experienced with Flash's rogues. Go to the exhibits. We can build a device to help you fight him.
It's a bit of a plot hole, sadly. From what I remember in the Red Death comic, the way that Batman was able to defeat the Flash was by using the Rogue's weapon. So he is quite familiar with the Rogues. But I guess it was more a thing, a gameplay thing, where they would allow us to be able to have some sort of mechanic to help us out. And I guess the rogue weapons were that mechanic they decided to go for. It just, within the context of the story, probably not the best idea or the best option. Let's clear out the map before we continue. We don't really have to, but I kind of prefer to do that. So usually when we get here,
Looks like
we
the
would have to...
mechanisms on that door have shorted out. If you can find something nearby that's connected to the system, fixing it should open the door.
So normally we would have gone back to get the crate. There's a crate a bit earlier in the mission that we actually activated, so we don't have to go back. I should have shown it when I did it. I've done it so often by now that I didn't think to mention it. So let's get started with the puzzle. So we just have to make sure that the green thing is done next to the fire thing. And then it's just a matter of swapping the last two that remains.
I've uploaded schematics. Pick one of the rogues' power types from the exhibits to give you an edge.
Decisions. Let's go for the ice one. Almost there. So this will be the last batch of enemies. And then we'll fight the evil Red Death. This should be the last time we fight him with a Speedster, but I could be mistaken. Might be a Speedster I forget about.
Your new toys aren't clever. I am Batman and Flash. I'll always be one step ahead of you.
It's funny you should
Classic
mention it. I'm Batman with Flash.
Don't let him get under your
Or I'm
skin.
Flash with Batman, sorry. I got mixed up for half a second.
Not fast enough. I'm not out of this race yet. Come on now.
I could have sworn there was some healing barrels here. I guess I was wrong.
Pain is a mirage. Just a minor. I heal quick.
That was close. Too close. I couldn't get out of the little vortex. Let's try again with the ice thingy. I wish I could blame the ice thingy. I just wasn't quick enough. My bad. So this time we'll face the evil Red Death alone, with no backup, no Batman to help us out. But we'll be okay. I just was a little too slow to activate my supercharge. My bad. So let's get this party started.
Your new toys aren't clever. I am Batman and Flash. I'll always be one step ahead of you.
Classic Batman. Don't let him get under your skin.
Not sure why I'm stuck there. Oh, there we go.
Just a minor.
Oh,
Pain is a mirage.
so the barrels are there. They're just invisible somehow.
I'm not out of this race yet. I heal quickly.
No barrel, I guess.
Pain is a mirage. Just a minor.
We can't target him. That's so sad. Oh, there we are.
I heal quickly. I'm not out of this race yet. I heal quickly. Just a minor. Pain is a raw. This has been fun, but I think it's time to vibrate your hearts out of your chests. No! Flash, get out of my head and stop singing that song!
Oh, Red Death. So disappointing. Welcome to the beginning of the end. We are going to have so much fun! And by we, I mean all the Dark Knights who are coming to your world.
This is a nightmare. I don't know what that thing was, but we've got to stop it. I'll confer with the Justice League and get back to you. I'll be on this 24/7. No way I'll be able to sleep after seeing that Batman who laughs.
So let's see if we can get something good from our little box. Oh, let's see our Promethean lockbox first. Decisions. Let's go for an Nth Metal Battle Suit. I'll give it to my Brainiac character. And we'll get a little treasure box at the end of the mission. That's a nice poster. I love those posters. So we got a back piece, which sadly would not be very useful. And we got that's it, I guess. So let's go back to our lair. The reason why I'm doing it like that is that sadly, if you exit the mission here, you end up in the watchtower, and then you still have to teleport to your lair. So I may as well teleport directly to our lair. And then once you're done, once you're back here, you have to go to the on duty menu, and you still have to leave the mission. It's sad, but that's how it is. So here we go. Oh yes, I want to exit. So let's take a look at our friend Garrick the Flash. You can see also that we can make a pretty cool looking Flash character with the new materials we got. And a sneak preview at what will be probably my next video after that. So how did I create our friend Garrick? For the headpiece, it's pretty simple. I went with the original Speedster Headpiece. But I forget if I used the material for that. I guess not. So for the headpiece, just put the helmet gray, and it did the trick well enough. Basically for the materials, I went with the Red Royal Chroma 1, Red Royal Chroma 2, and Blue Royal Chroma 2. Basically the blue is for the pants. So for the headpiece, I'm using the original Speedster Headpiece, which is the official Garrick headpiece that we can get in DC Universe Online. If you're wondering how to get this headpiece, I made a video about that, so just search in my videos for like the original Speedster or something like that. For the chest piece, I'm using the Shock Jock chest piece. I wish the hands weren't covering the character, but the chest piece wasn't covering the hands. But sadly, within the context of DC Universe Online, sometimes you have to do what you can with the styles you have. For the belt, it's the square buckle belt. For the pants, it's the electric pants, so that we can get a nice lightning on the side of the pants. I toyed with using the Shock Jock pants. They have a similar effect, but I decided to go with the electric pants as opposed to the Shock Jock pants. And the boots is the speed boots, which is also how I was able to get super speed with this character. Basically, I have the Journeyman boots, which gives a super speed to our character. The one drawback is that it's an item level 1. You may notice, like normally my combat rating is combat rating 288. Sadly, with the boots, it drops all the way down to 271. It's sad, but that's what happens when you use those items. It's the same thing whether you use the speed boots, whether you use the bat gauntlet, or whether you use the Joker jetpack. So no matter whenever you use one of those three items, sadly it drops the combat rating of your character quite a bit. But if you want to be able to have super speed with your character, sadly you have little choice. Unless of course you've already created a character with super speed. For the loadout, I try to use things that kind of sort of mimic super speed. Like for example, swoop attack. It's as if I could rush at super speed towards my target. Whirlwind attack, again, as if I'm running very fast in circle at super speed. Even quantum tunneling can mimic moving around at super speed really fast. It kind of mimics a bit. There's one of the versions of Zoom, I think, or Reverse Flash, I forget. Who apparently the character isn't really going at super speed, but what he's doing is that he's traveling really fast through time, which is how he's able to go to look like he's going at super speed, and I guess that kind of mimics that. And what else? Basically, I'm using warped reality to be able to give a weapon buff to my character. As you saw, I used mostly brawling with my character. Time bubble did give me a whole bunch of survivability. As you saw, it did allow me to survive a bit longer through various fights. So again, super attack so that I could charge as if to sort of mimic super speed, as if I charge the character. The quantum tunneling, I just showed it, and the whirlwind attack. So, and for let's take a look at skill points. I don't usually care very much about those, but let's talk about them just a little bit. Oh, let's talk about the weapon first. For the weapon, all I did was use a brawling. It's pretty much that simple. I've just purchased the various brawling combos, and that was it. And for the stat points, what I did is I put my point into weapon expert focus, just to be able to get 10% total weapon, 10% extra weapon damage. I've used critical attack chances to increase the chances of making a critical attack. Again, critical attack damage to be able to do extra damage with my critical attacks. Precision, so that when you're fighting with weapon, what you want is precision. Basically, precision is if you're fighting with your weapon, you're going to use precision. If you're fighting with your powers, if you're using your powers a lot, then you're going to want to use might and power. Or you're going to want to use might, basically. I toyed with adding some health instead of might and power, but in the end I decided to go with might and power, which was a good call, I guess, because I did use my power quite a bit. I didn't just use my weapon. For the weapon, obviously I went with the brawling weapon, and actually my weapon it wasn't so bad, 249. And for the various trinkets, I've used the supply drops, the backup guardians, the bat signal, and the Gotham City emergency signal, which summon our friend the Batman. So we had the Red Death, which is Flash and Batman, facing off against Batman and the Flash. And that's pretty much it, I guess, for now, guys. If you have any questions, I have roughly 2,000 videos about this universe online. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comment section down below, and I'll see what I can do about answering your questions. But I have roughly 2,000 videos about this universe online. So if I don't answer your question right away, you can search in my videos, and odds are I've already made a video that answers your question. So I think next time I'll probably try and use the first appearance of Superman. I'll have to give it some thoughts. And that is pretty much it for now, guys. So as always, thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.